So hi everyone, this is Renger van de Zande, and I just want to show you a little video from my race last weekend. Together with the Seyffarth team and Miguel Toril, we won the race of the GT Open in 2013. Here you see me preparing, and this is where the start is of the race. Everybody's lined up, and you have to be in the queue, more or less, behind the other cars. You cannot go too much to the left and the right. There's half a lap of warming up the tires, and this is the race start. Lights are on the green. First corner is Cops in Silverstone. You see that I'll try and go around the outside of actually two Ferraris, as you can see here, and got myself squeezed by more or less. And turn one is always at the whole lap of the race. First lap of the race is where everybody starts to squeeze each other and get it into position for more or less for the race. This is where you can still make up positions more than during the race, where you're fighting with the other cars and losing downforce into the corners. You see me behind Luis Razia in the McLaren and trying to get past in the first few laps, first few corners of the race, and which you see is not that easy. Also, all professional race drivers in this category. Here you see Corvette trying to get past in the turn one and just get squeezed by again to keep him behind, because he is a Super GT car. We are in the GTS class, and actually it doesn't make sense to fight that much with them, but obviously letting them past is also not good to lose time with that. Here we can see a McLaren falling still actually with problems. Luis Razia was this one, and actually the next corner I'll let past the Super GT quite easy, because he's faster, he's in a different category, so there's no time for me to waste on him, and finding a good position to let him past and not get into problems with the other GTS class where I'm fighting. There's the Ferrari of Magnussen. He was all the race on my tail actually for the let's say 75%. We had a problem with the engine on the Saturday race, where we stopped on track. I was in the car after the pit stop, and 3 laps later the car shut down with overheating problems. And also during this race we had problems with the engine. It was leaking oil onto the tires, where it really made my race quite slippery, and the back of the car was all covered with oil. So that's why you see me struggle on this part of the race. Magnussen just behind on the pit straight. The slower part was where I slow was, and the fast part is where I could gain some position. And the good thing about those drivers is you know that they won't steer in if you steer in, and that you don't crash. You can really fight for the last centimeters together. This is the faster part of the track, and towards the second half of my stint is where we were getting quicker. You see, especially in the fast corners, is where I am taking all the time. In front of me the Lamborghini with Cox in it, another Dutch guy. And SLS is not that good. The Mercedes SLS which we are driving in the qualifying is not so good. Also in the first few laps of the race not good, but we are good for saving tires. And towards the second half of my stint you see that I'm actually almost trying to overtake Peter Cox here, which is not that easy because they are on the limit, and to get it past them, on the braking zone is always a struggle. Here you see Peter Cox going into the pit lane, and I follow him in. This is where you can make up a lot of time. I mean, to brake that late into the pit lane, where you can see I made up some meters against him, just a few, but it's a lot if you calculate it in time. And this is where the real battle starts for position, because he is P3 or P2 in the class, GTS class. I'm P3 or 4. Going into the pit lane, trying to brake as late as you can. 70 seconds we have to wait. 70 before we can go out again. I'm jumping out. My teammate Miguel Toril is going in. You see the hood of the engine going open, where we are trying to cool down the car a little bit, the engine of the car, because of the heating problems. And this is the Lamborghini fighting for positions. The team is preparing the car here and putting new tires on for Miguel. Close the door. Close the hood, please. Getting ready. Rudiger, the team boss, on the radio and saying when to go. He is having the stopwatch saying like, okay, there's 5 seconds to go to the end of the pit lane, and we're faster off than the Lamborghini team, which we actually gained the position in the pit lane, which is a fantastic job by the team. Good calculation and fast pit stop work. But actually Miguel was on the new tires, which is quite a struggle if you have to go out on the first few meters of going on track. And here you see the Lamborghini is having a better exit onto the back straight and getting really close to Miguel on this point. The next corner is going to be Stowe, and you see that he is having a little bit more grip than our car on this point. And now it's all waiting for the new tires to kick in. This is another battle from behind on the same corner. It's a GTS class, actually the winner. No, it's not the winner, the first 2 or 3 cars in the Super GT class, and it's better to keep them behind for this moment. Having a little bit off here. Miguel is trying to rally cross a little bit, and just behind the Lamborghini again. This is 1, 2 and 3 in the GTS class. So if we overtake this one on the straight, it would be nice. There we go. This is where the new tires start to work and having a better exit onto the big straight after Beckett into Stowe, just behind the Porsche here. The Porsche of Jeroen Blekemolen and his teammate. Jeroen coming in at P1, but his teammate is struggling a little bit more than he is. Porsche is super fast in this championship as well, but Miguel is easily overtaking him here. Nice outbraking and onto the lead of the race. Battle behind is going on. That's good for us. We can get a nice gap. Use the new tires well. Another Corvette behind here on the Super GT class. We were 3rd overall here, but letting him pass, we were 4th overall, because it didn't make sense to fight with them as they are in a different category. Here you can see that the Corvette is having a better straight line speed because they have more horsepower and a little bit more of this and that. And here's the victory. Nice fist to the team, thumbs up. And another victory after my pole position in Paul Ricard, the win in Jerez, and another win here in Silverstone. We can be happy with the results in GT Open. A little bit of hugging and smiling over there, and champagne was on the podium. Thanks a lot for watching, and probably in Spa will be the next one for me, and I'll keep you updated from there. See you.